community members of Wrenchville are protesting outside the local magistrate's court following the death of Wannie Coetzee. Coetzee was accused of stealing a cell phone and assaulted allegedly until he died. Two suspects are now charged with murder, kidnapping and defeating the ends of justice and are applying for bail, but the community is opposing this. SABC News reporter Thabiso Radebe has more.
Yes, of course, we are outside the Kuruman Magistrate Court where two men are expected to appear on 3 charges. This include kidnapping, murder and also defeating the ends of justice. It's in relation to the murder of a 24-year-old who was found murdered somewhere in the veld. So they were arrested. They have applied for bail and are expected a judgment today. But I've got with me one of the community members who's going to be telling us about this particular case. Thank you for your time, sir. Just tell us about this case. What do you know about this case as a community member?
Okay, what happened on the 14th of March this year, a taxi driver with some school learners drove into Wrenchville. They pick up the late person by the name of Wannie, the one that has been murdered. They drove with him to town, bring him to town, and all of a sudden they start beating him because they say that he took a phone, but the phone was given back to the people. So they then decided that they're going to beat him up, but they assault him. 2 days after that, whilst he was not at home, the community members, together with his family, then asked that we must have a search whereby we want to find him because it was rainy that weekend. We went out as a community, start the search by ourselves, and then whilst we were doing the search, we get hold of one of the guys that is now in court waiting for the judge to say whether he can get bail or no bail. He was then the one telling the family that he was with Wannie. He took Wannie to hospital, but at hospital there's no record show that Wannie was putting through the system. Then the family then decided, let's go again and see if we maybe can find him. At the end of the day, that very same person decided he's calling now in the police because he wants to tell them the truth of the whereabouts about Wannie. Then at the end of the day, he then took the police 5 days after the 14th, on the 19th. He took the police to that open field where Wannie was lying in the ground the whole 5 days in the rain, already dead. But then what happened to Wannie is if I can say, it's something that is not a good thing.
We are told that he somehow succumbed to the injuries that he caught from being assaulted.
Yes, and it's very worse. The injury that he did succumb with is his body already was disposed. His private parts was removed. Legs were broken. So it was a thing of, no man, this death or this murder is something out of hell. The family still suffers. They did not even receive any help from anyone when it comes to trauma. No one came to them, and then the perpetrators still inside wants bail. We are now for the 4th day here, waiting for what the judge will say. Is it bail or is it no bail?
I can feel sense of anger from community members that we spoke to here.
There is, you know what is happening. We actually, and we're not saying we want to do harm to any department of government, but this thing is, it's a group of school learners in a taxi, not even from Wrenchville. So we feel as community, why not taking those children who was driven in that taxi out of the school, place them in other schools, because this thing will open new other things against one another. The family is not feeling good about it. The school don't do nothing about it. So the police of Wrenchville, I'm speaking now actually on the police of Wrenchville, they were laughing about these things. We need to phone in pops from Kuruman to come and assist this family because the police were just laughing this thing off.
And we see again in your placards here, justice for Wannie, and also no one deserves such brutality according to the community. And they have applied for bail.
What happened, the investigating officer, when he was giving his report in court, there were a little bit of loopholes, but if you can hear what he was saying, 2 of them standing there, one still have pending cases, one was already in jail for murder, but still they want to give these people bail. And at the end of the day, now they say, yeah, the prosecutor was not doing, he's not a prosecutor, the investigating officer was not doing his work correctly, but we know there is pending cases against these people. murder, talk staff, the other one was there for murder, but still justice wanted to let them out.
So what do you say about the bail?
We say if justice wants to serve this community right, they must not give bail to these people. If you can go and see how this guy was murdered, how can you give bail to someone? I mean, just think by yourself, it's your child lying there for 5 days. You can't even recognize him. So we say if justice really wants to serve this community, they must not give bail to this type of people. They are not murderers. They are people out of hell that kill people. It sounds like you are busy with Satanism, and it's not like that. So at the end of the day, the family, the community is not going to welcome the bail, and we don't want to take this thing further whereby we say, okay, justice say murderers can get bail, so we're also going to do now whatever they did. And we also say in one of these posters, we are not for mob justice, so don't take us to do also mob justice, because we don't want to do it. Wrenchville is a quiet community. People are very quiet in Wrenchville, peaceful, but at the end of the day, this thing happened. So the community is now awakened. The community is now angry. The community also now feels like, if you can kill, let me also kill, because justice say it's fine, you can kill.
Yes, of course, I can feel the sense of anger from these community members. Talking to us about this particular case where someone was allegedly kidnapped, assaulted and murdered. So the two suspects, or rather accused, are facing charges of kidnapping, murder, and also defeating the ends of justice. So the community member is saying that no bail for the accused. As you see them, it's back to the studio.
No bail!
Gosh, what a troubling story coming out of Kuruman there, and we'll certainly keep watching it for you as it continues to unfold.